Do not start by discussing the platforms, because some of the industries getting 1.2, 1.3 ROS is what you can do at max, but in some industry you can easily drive 5 or 6 ROAS. Hey, I'm Siddharth Vivedi. I'm the co-founder and head of growth at XOR Labs, and I've helped over 50 e-commerce businesses with performance marketing. And that's why in this video, I'm going to talk about what's the first thing you should do when planning a performance marketing campaign. The first thing I will tell you is, do not start by discussing the platforms, whether it should be Google ads, whether it should be Facebook ads. Do not start by discussing what ad creatives and what ad copies you should use. Do not even start by discussing performance marketing at all, because if you go down that lane, you will miss the most important part of the conversation, and which is the actual business numbers. The first thing you should start with is the actual business numbers. Now, the first parameter is average order value. Now this will help you to understand how much your customer is actually going to pay when making the first purchase. The second thing you should be focusing on is calculating your gross margins. If you cannot do it for all the products, considering you have a lot of SKUs, what you can do is you can at least calculate for some of your most popular products, or you think are going to be your most popular products. And add to that net profit margin as well, because you will be paying for overheads like shipping and packaging. And finally, try to calculate the industry average of RTOs. And that is very specific to some of the industries, because in some industries the RTOs can be 5%, in some it can be 20%, and in worst cases it can even be 30%. So what you will be able to do when you have these numbers? First of all, you will be able to calculate break-even ROS. What is break-even ROS? It is 1 divided by net profit margin. And this will help you give an idea what you should be actually spending to make one acquisition. So let me give you a simple example to drive the point home. Let's suppose in this case your AOV is 1000 rupees and your net margin is 30%. Now break-even ROAS in this case is going to be 1 divided by 30%, which is 3.33. Now with break-even ROS, what you can actually do is calculate the break-even acquisition cost, which is the cost at which you should acquire customer to break even. And to do that, you have to simply divide AOV by the break-even ROAS. So in this case, 1000 divided by 3.33, and your average acquisition cost or break-even acquisition cost is going to be 300. Now once you have done all this calculation, you are in a position to decide whether you should even do performance marketing or not, whether you should go for Google ads, whether you should go for Facebook ads, because you can actually know whether this is going to be profitable for you to run performance marketing campaign. At least if not that, you can decide what your overall strategy should be. Are you going to make profit in the first purchase, or your strategy is going to be around making repeat purchases? Because some of the industries getting 1.2, 1.3 ROS is what you can do at max, but in some industry you can easily drive 5 or 6 ROAS, and depending upon where you are, that is how your strategy is going to look like. I hope you liked the video, and for more content like this and insight like this, follow me on LinkedIn.